Hey guys, welcome back to Legend ZA. So this will be a new playthrough of a ZA, and there is one unfortunate thing. My audio did cut out through like the entirety of this episode, and this is roughly 50 minutes long. So I'm going to try my best to voice over this the best I can, and just clip to the important details. Again, this kind of ruined my entire first episode, but that's okay. I will probably do better in my second episode, just live stream my second episode, whatever. So, character selection, just going through here, select my character. The customization in this game is crazy because you can do your eyes, your eyebrows, everything, change the color, change the thickness. And it's a really good step in the right direction, I think. Once you're done with character customization, you get hit with this cutscene right at the bat. This is a really cool cutscene, basically introduces the tower and two mysterious figures who are looking for the Mega Evolution Master. And then you awaken on a train. Look at that. The graphics in this game are actually really good so far. You just see yourself playing on your phone, and you're going to arrive at the station, and then something behind you jumps in your bag. So after you arrive to Lumio City and walk out of the station, you are quickly met with another cutscene displaying the city. Again, it looks really good. Then you get introduced to the girl who has all three starter Pokemon. You get to see Chikorita, Tepig, and Totodile. And this is a really hard decision, actually. This is one of the hardest starter decisions I've ever had. Just because Totodile and Tepig they're both good. So I just wanted to pick between either one of them. She is looking for a person to do a new commercial for their hotel. The ZA Hotel. Hotel Z, sorry. So you have a bag, and then you talk to the girl. Then this little bugger steals your bag, and you gotta chase after him. After you catch up, you get to meet these two guys with their Pancham who stole your bag, and then you and Taunie go and face them. That's the girl's name, by the way. Her name's Taunie. So you jump her with the starter trio, and you have to pick a starter to fight back with. This was a super tough decision, but I eventually picked Tepig. Then the game throws you into your first battle. This is kind of similar to Gen 3, but this time you have a friggin' anime battle. Look at this. I am so confused. I'm sitting there like, what? So you have to press the X, A, Y, and B buttons to attack. And you can run around people, lock onto them, use your moves. It is a super cool battle style, and it feels really nice when you actually do it yourself. It makes battles a lot more exciting and engaging, and I like the direction this is going in. This will lead to some really cool battles later on with Megas and stuff. After defeating the two people, you get your bag back, and then you quickly fist bump Taunie, and she brings you back to the Z Hotel. However, night falls quickly, and you have to try to not get caught in the battle zone, which is basically the night fight club of Lumio City. So you and Taunie have to go with the starters and try to avoid any confrontation that might happen. Obviously that didn't work, and you eventually get confronted by a waitress. Again, the battle style is just amazing. Look at this. It feels like you're literally in the anime, just battling it out. You make Lakeware that waitress that jumped you earlier, and you go into what is my favorite cutscene in Pokemon as of right now. Just watch for yourself. Wow. Just the way that people and the Pokemon just scatter off after Floette shoots that giant beam is just so funny to me. Also, the cutscenes are so buttery smooth, and it looks really well made. Anyway, Taunie and you meet AZ's Floette, and you head back to the hotel finally. You enter the hotel and you meet the man AZ himself. Now, AZ was from Pokemon X and Y. If you remember him, he was the guy who survived like the 2,000 years after the war. He is pretty much invincible. He can't die. And then there's a Zygarde cell hiding in your backpack. That's the thing that jumped in your bag at the end of the game. You then get a room and check out before going to bed that night. But before you can go to bed, Taunie knocks on your door and wants to take you to the rooftop with her to see the city. In another very well-made cutscene, you learn that you want to join the Battle League with her to help repay AZ for the hotel. And also, you're going to join Team MZ, which stands for Mega Evolution Z, for the hotel, which is kind of stupid, but whatever. After all that happens, you get to meet a new member of the MZ team. Her name is Lida, and she does dance. So, she wants to be a dancer, and she's a member of Team MZ. Again, I don't really know much about her yet, but she is a new character. Taunie then challenges you to a friendly battle like most Pokemon rivals do, and she sends out the starters you do not pick. So I picked Tepig, so she has Chikorita and Totodile. Gen 2 is getting slammed right now. We then headed to the Pokemon Center, which in this game, the Pokédex is just an app that Nurse Joy gives you. There's no professor or anything like that. And I like it so far because it's really fast-paced. It skips a lot of the introduction that a normal Pokemon game gives you, but I guess it is sort of the Legends thing, which is a very nice touch for older Pokemon users and veteran fans. And maybe I spoke too soon, there's another tutorial, but this time it's about catching Pokemon. And the system has been updated again. It's very similar to Legends Arceus, but you don't have to do as much finessing when trying to get a Pokemon. It doesn't bounce off their heads, you can just throw it at them. But you do have to weaken them in battle first, like normal Pokemon. You send out your Pokemon and you do a couple moves on them first to get them weakened, and then you can throw the ball afterwards. You then are prompted to catch 5 species and then go to the Pokemon Research Lab Floor 2, where you meet Mabel. Mabel is sort of the professor. She gives you quests for TMs and stuff, and she looks very similar to Hatsune Miku for some reason. You then meet this guy called Naveen, and he talks to you after leaving Mabel's office. You then come back from your adventures, and you get talked about joining the ZA battle tonight. And there is something called a match point to rank up, which is a predetermined match between you and an opponent. I am facing off Zach, but I have to defeat 3 trainers to get a challenger ticket to defeat Zach to move on to rank Y. So the whole premise of this game is to fight your sequences and rank up from rank Z to rank A. That's why it's called Z to A. You then meet Taunie and the other 2 at the battle arena, and you have to battle the 3 trainers that you need to get the ticket to face Zach. And like in Legends EA, you can startle trainers like you can Pokemon. If you sneak up behind them and attack their Pokemon before they can react, you can get an advantage for a couple of seconds when the match first starts. After defeating the 3 trainers you need to defeat, you finally find Zach, and he is a taxi driver. So he's waiting for you to battle. Unfortunately, Zach is not very good at battling. He's stuck in rank Z. So it's a pretty easy fight. There is this cool little run-up animation that plays with their phones clashing, and then you get like to stare down with each other's. You just like talk in front of each other. It's kind of funny, but also kind of cool, like you're facing them down. This particular fight feels a lot more anime battle-ish because look, friggin' Pikachu and my Tepig attack almost at the same time every single time, which makes it look really cool. Look at this finisher. Boom. It looks great. You then go from rank Z to rank Y. Boom. Then you meet a mysterious person named Emma, who has a Megastone on her necklace. And she seems to be a pretty powerful trainer, so you'll probably face her in the future, but for now she just kind of was nice to you and talked to you. You then have a little celebratory dinner made by Taunie. It's curry and croissants, which is very interesting, with your team, MZ. And then you go to area number 2. And this is where I left my video off. So thank you guys for watching. Again, hopefully episode 2 will have a much better, more natural playthrough style of voiceover, because again, I had to re-record all of this right now. It was better in the moment, but this is the best I could do. And here's a good little summary of what Legends EA is like. So I will see you guys in the next video, and thank you for watching. See ya.